Welcome back. In this video, we're going to go over the subscriber account settings page. The account settings page is a page where your subscribers go to update their profile, change their payment methods, add new subscribers, cancel subscriptions, terminate their accounts, update their payout accounts, see all their payment transactions, get all their invoices, on and on and on. This is where your subscribers basically manage their account. It's a self-service portal. All right. I'm currently in the subscription management module of the Inhouz Cloud platform. As we know, Inhouz Cloud APIs and web applications, when restricted, can be granted access using subscription services. Now, users are going to sign up to these services to then gain access to these applications and APIs. We're going to focus on two services today, Support Auth and the To-Do app service. So how do we navigate to a subscription service? It's quite simple. All you need to do is send your users to the account settings page, using the account settings page URL. The slug for this URL is fully customizable. You can change this to whatever you want it to be. As you can see, if I type, I can basically change it to whatever I want it to be. I'm just going to refresh the page because I don't want any of those changes. So if the users navigates to this page, they land on a page that looks like this and they can just log in to their account settings. So I already have an account and I already know all the credentials. I'm just going to go ahead and log in. The email here is johndoe@inhouse.io. Okay. So it's important to note that the Support Me Auth subscription service is pointing to a web application called Support Me. This is currently in the production environment, and this is an external service. So internal services do not have account settings pages because internal services are for internal users, right? Whereas external services are external, so external users need to have a self-service portal to manage their accounts, as opposed to internal users who will just reach out to the account admin for whatever configuration changes are required. So over here, we are logged into the account settings page for our Support Me application. And the reason why we have this beautiful Support Me logo over here is because we uploaded it here. All right, that's why we have it here. It's not magic. So if we go from tab to tab, the first tab you can see here is the profile tab. Here users can update their profile information and just click on update and it would update the information. If this was an API service, as we will see when we switch to the To-Do app service, you will see the API keys and they can be changed, copied, whatever. Here we can see the subscribed services. This is just like, all the different plans you're subscribed to. Over here, we can see the subscriptions on this account. So if I had, an account with like 10 subscribers, I would see all these subscriptions and like their prices. Here you can see the usage logs. I can see that our user has logged into the application one time. You can see all the subscriber actions. So this is when someone subscribes, unsubscribes, change plans, transfers a license, receives a transferred license. Users can cancel subscriptions, transfer licenses, move from one service to another, change plans, and add new users. They can basically view payment invoices, view all their charges, view all the payments that they've made on your platform. If on-demand payment transactions are made, they can basically change and manage their payment methods, configure their payment distribution accounts. This is for marketplaces where users are getting paid. see all incoming payments. This again is for marketplaces where subscribers are getting paid. They can log out and they can terminate their accounts. So one thing to note is that we have all these configurations. All these configurations are not going to be available for every single subscriber. Only admin users can see everything. In this case, our user here is an admin user, so they can see every single tab. Non-admin users are only going to see the tabs that are relevant to them. For example, they're going to see the profile, maybe the API, they're going to see the logout tab, their usage tabs, their actions, but they don't get to see everything for everyone. Only admin users have unfederated access throughout the entire self-service portal. So let's log out of this service and log into our API service. Here our user is jessica@gmail.com. Put the user's password. Perfect. So a lot of things are the same here. You have your profile settings. As you can see, there are different, the form looks different because this service has different sign up form fields. Because this is an API service, when we come over to the API key section and we click on our plan, we can click on the show API key and it basically pulls up the API key. So for a user who's trying to consume a protected API that is connected to this service, for them to gain access to this API for any transaction, they would have to use their API key. When you have APIs that that are connected to subscription services, every single consumer is unique. So every single user who is trying to access said service, every single user who is signed up to said service will have their own unique API key. So in this case, if we had 10 users on this account, every single user will have their own API key. So again, they can see the subscribed services, just like a summary of their subscription. They can see the service name, the plan name, who's providing the service, the price, the number of subscribers. It's an API. It could be a view, which is a web application. It's active. They can see their activation dates. They can see when it renews. They can see the subscriptions. And if there was more than one user on this account, you would see all the subscribers. You can see your usage logs. In this case, I haven't. This user has not used this API. You can see the actions. In this case, there's only one action. The user has subscribed. Just like we have for the web application, it's virtually the same. Users can cancel subscriptions by simply just, picking the plan, selecting, and canceling the subscription. They can transfer licenses from one person to another. It could be an existing user or it could be a new user. They could migrate plans from one subscription service to another. And there's a video on this, by the way, called Connected Services. Go watch that. They can change their plans. So in this case, our service only has one plan, but if you had multiple plans, you could basically change the plan and then select the users that you would want to migrate, or you can just migrate all users. And if this was a plan or a service that had plans that allowed for team accounts, then a subscriber could basically add new users to their account. When they make payments, they can come in here and see the invoices, the charges, the payments that are charged if there are in-app purchases. They can manage the payment methods, configure payment distribution accounts, view their incoming payments, log out, terminate their accounts. So simply put, account settings is a full-fledged self-service portal for your subscribers. API users will get the links to the account settings page whenever they sign up for an application. Your web app users can be navigated from your website or from your app to the account settings page, or you could just navigate them using a button or a link using the account settings URL. That's it for this walkthrough of account settings. It's an amazing module to basically help you reduce the number of service tickets that you're going to get. You can just train your users on how to basically self-serve. All right, that's it for this video. See you in the next one.